That's why so many dojos teach kids classes. Why? Because the parent will always come up with the money for the child where they won't spend it on themselves in the martial arts. That's one truth of martial arts. The other truth is guys sell ranks left and right to make their money, generating by selling ranks. Well, I've never sold a rank in my life. I've been teaching for 30 years. I only got 7 black belts. So that ought to tell you how long it takes.
How do you make money in martial arts? Like the different ways that are out there. Like, you know, just to preface that question, just go back to karate, right? In Philly, I think they're one of the oldest karate places here. They have a sign, 1960 something. Like karate came first to America, and everybody had a dojo or 10 dojos. Then we got the MMA gyms and stuff. But I mean, how profitable are there? How many do you need to have to really start making money? And is there other ways to make money as a martial artist? Obviously, you found many. So just the typical, let's say the average person, though.
Let's say a guy studies, he gets his first degree black belt, and he goes and gets his hands on some money enough to open up a dojo. He opens it up and he runs it. I think your existence in business depends on the extensive training of the master, because if you're only working out with the high ranks and not the master, you're not getting the essence of why the master is the master. You're only getting the watered down of what this guy has learned in his point in time, a first degree black belt. First degree black belt really is you're just getting started in the martial arts. As we say, when you hit your first black belt, it's just a new beginning for you. Okay, until you got 20 years into until you got at least 15 years into martial arts, and you got, you know, you're up around the 5th degree black belt area, you don't know shit yet.
Yeah.
Okay, you're learning. You're doing well in your thing, but you're learning. But as far as making money, I'm sorry, to go back to the question, I could open a dojo, I could set up a kids class, and then those kids come and those parents use that as an afternoon thing, and they get to drop their kids off and be away from their kids for several hours where they get a break. And they do that with these dojos. That's why so many dojos teach kids classes. Why? Because the parent will always come up with the money for the child where they won't spend it on themselves in the martial arts. That's one truth of martial arts. The other truth is guys sell ranks left and right to make their money, generating by selling ranks. Well, I've never sold a rank in my life. I've been teaching for 30 years. I only got 7 black belts. So that ought to tell you how long it takes. We don't give away anything like that. It's too valuable. It's too honorable. Why would you give something so valuable away for a few dollars? You know, I remember they were saying you can get a black belt in 15 months. You come in, you pay $1,500 in a black belt, you'll have your black belt in 15 months, guaranteed. Okay. If I just heard that, would you want to go to that school?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And if somebody's making a choice, usually when they make choice in the dojo, they make choice by location, right? And the convenience to their life. And then obviously price, because nobody wants to pay anything for anything. Let's face it, we always want to get the best deal. When you're dealing about martial arts and you're thinking about giving your child over to someone, you know that child's being influenced by this person. And if you don't know that person really well, and you haven't sat and audited the class, watched how they taught, and you might not be qualified because maybe you never took the martial arts, but you are certainly qualified to see the way that man interacts with children. And if that guy is going to spend that much time with your son, do you really want to go to a guy that's like, it's like when you go up in the space shuttle, right? And you know that everything here is made by the lowest bidder. You see my point? You're always thinking, geez, that 30-cent screw could kill all of us, right? Yeah. So the same thing here. You know, you can open up and you can offer classes real cheap, and they'll give you a uniform in 2 free weeks and bring the kids and all that. And that's a platform for making money, running kids classes. Okay. Then the second thing is you're selling them patches, you're selling them belts, you're selling them gis, you're selling them sodas, this is what they do. And they turn it into this inside, constantly generating different finances. Then you get your privates that come up, they want to study privately with you. Then you fill your guys up with that. Like most of us that are at the top, we got a bunch of private students that usually take care of everything that you need, and everything else is ancillary. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I know. Mostly the masters I know all have their core that make sure they're taken care of.
Yeah.
Personal.
I'm sure, like, at your level, it's easy to find one billionaire that, that wants to be a private client. And basically you only need that one person, but you'll probably find a handful of them because they just want to learn it and they want to learn from the best. They don't care about the money. So
that's the thing. That's the thing. And they come to your house. My dojos, I have a completely built out outside 3.5 car garage that's turned into a dojo. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
So they have total privacy when they come here. Military guys want to come here and work out something, nobody sees them. Agents want to come here and work out, nobody sees them. Celebrities, they come by here. When Priscilla Presley came by with Chuck the other day, they.
Wait, who came by? Priscilla Presley?
She's a friend.
I just want to make sure the audience heard that.
Oh yeah. You want to laugh? She walked up in my driveway with my neighbor, and we were working out. I was working out with a guy, and actually the kid happens to be a very wealthy kid from an oil family, except he's a little introverted. And on the music playing, Viva Las Vegas happened to just be playing, and up the driveway, Priscilla came walking with Chuck Zito and my friend, and they walk up the driveway, and she looks at me and goes, "Perfect, Vinny, like Viva Las Vegas is playing, come on." And I go, "Listen, I swear, I didn't know you were coming to set up." And I said to my friend, because his mom was the biggest Elvis fan in the world, Priscilla fan in the world. His mom thought, live and die with him. I said, "Come on, let me introduce you to Priscilla." And the guy is a big guy, like 6'5". He froze. He couldn't move. He was petrified, paralyzed. Wow. He couldn't. I said, come and say hello. He goes, I said, "What's the matter?" He goes, That's Priscilla Presley. I said, "I know. Come say hello. You're always talking about money." No. God's truth. God's truth.
I believe it.
So in my house, you never know who's going to show up. I mean, literally, you just never know. You never know who's going to be here when you walk in, ever.